As usual,
Stay hydrated, make good decisions. Awaze out.
Mind your business.
Sorry.
You might get punched in the face. Social media is not real.
Bawling like a baby. Can't bother me on my phone. Do you know what my favorite thing is on social media right now?
What is it?
Getting inboxes about Buffer's coffee.
Mm.
Pew, 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 pew. This is our viral moment.
Saying this is so us. I come running for advice because it's you I trust. I got your back. Got your back.
Welcome back to But First Coffee. It's not as strong as I would like it to be, but I'm DG.
I'm Hawi.
And of course, behind the camera, we have our team, Balchut Creatives in the house. This is kind of an interesting episode.
You want to talk about why it's interesting?
I think by the time this comes out, we would have been gone for 3 weeks? 4?
I think a little over a month, possibly.
There's people in the comments counting how many days it's been since our last video, so.
By the way, guys, in the comments, first of all, we read the comments. Second of all, you guys are so nice.
Look, so we will explain why we've been gone for so long.
Yes.
But I kind of like that we're back in these chairs filming today because it's giving us an opportunity to sort of talk about what we saw after we released But First Coffee.
The first 5 episodes.
Yes, so the first 5 episodes are out at this point. So much love, so much positivity.
By the way, we are incredibly grateful because on the internet, you just don't really know who you're going to come across or who's going to be a part of your community. And the fact that the people, you know what I mean, who watch us and you know what I mean, who follow But First Coffee, the community that we've been able to build, it's so nice.
Yeah, and we're super intentional about always making it feel like everybody has a participation, a say, like a stake in what we do. That's always kind of been how we moved, but it's really nice to see it on a much bigger scale. So obviously we want to start this episode off by just saying thank you. Jeez.
Thank you. We appreciate you. We appreciate the love. And we hope that we can continue to make you guys proud.
Even dindala. So we have been gone for a little bit, and when we came back, you guys are expecting to see us with Jarra.
So let's rewind a little bit. The last episode we had was part 1 of our social media episode.
Yes, we talked a little bit about the good, the bad, just a little sprinkle. And so the thing you need to know about this podcast is we film ahead of time.
I don't think people realize how far ahead we filmed. We filmed an entire season, guys, consisting of 10 episodes, months in advance.
Months ago. And so the next episode, like we said, as we'd planned it, was with Jara, and we were talking about sort of the fun side
of social media.
Yes, the bubbly, the like wholesome, heartfelt type of social media. Clearly, that's not this episode. No Jara. So I'm sure you guys are like, what's up with them?
See, so what happened was, so, things happen.
Yeah.
Sometimes things are outside of your control.
Yeah.
And we are unable to release the second half of the episodes that we plan to release.
Yeah.
Yes, in short.
That is the short of it. Look, we're working on it. If you are a creative in any field, I'm sure you guys know. With recording and storage and things like that, sometimes mishaps happen and we can't exactly access our episodes for the moment, but we are working to recover them.
In the meantime,
yes, we didn't just want to disappear, and we also didn't just want to skip past it like it didn't happen.
Because we have been transparent and honest about everything else, and we want to continue to be that way too. But also we wanted to acknowledge the fact that we do see, the interactions that you guys have on not just YouTube, but various social media. So we do want to be able to just acknowledge people and say thank you so much for the support.
Yes. And we see, like, we understand that you guys want consistency from us, and that's something that we're working really hard
Can
to
we
give
be
you.
honest? People have been on our necks.
I have gotten several phone calls yesterday being like, "Albiza, yeah, bizarre,
like people being
aggressive.
like, this is how many days you guys been gone? When you guys gonna take back? Like, is this gonna be a break for like long term or short term?
Yeah.
So like we're back and
We are, and again, this is our first season, and so it is trial and error.
Yes.
Everything that we're doing, we're taking season 1 as our learning curve to try and continue to give you guys the best that we can offer. We're excited to be back and filming until we can, access and get back those episodes that we made.
so we'll keep you guys posted.
Yes.
Until then,
Jara will be here eventually.
we'll have Jara. I know people were looking forward to that episode.
You guys have been seeing Jara a bunch, actually.
And I would like to think that we kind of started that.
I'll take the credit. I don't care.
So that being said, second part of the social media episode.
Yes. So for the first part, we really talked about things to be careful of. For example, we talked about catfishing.
Yes.
We talked about
Trolling.
Yes, we talked about trolling. We talked about negativity and just how that it's not real. You wanted to explain why we said social media isn't a real place.
I explained it partly in the first part of our episode. And the reason why I say that social media is not real, it's not to say that, you know what I mean, we don't have things happening in social media. You do. But I will say that the interactions, to some degree, that people have with you online are not necessarily the same interactions they'll have with you face to face, especially negative interactions, because
reality has
consequences. And you might get punched in the face. So would you be ready for
I
that?
have a mean right hook, bro. Don't.
No, TG does. You do.
I have a mean right hook.
I will glare you down. I have this glare that I do. Can I do that now?
You have to do it to the camera.
I will glare you down.
I don't. I have a very bubbly face, but I could throw
you have a mean right one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's what I mean when I say that social media is not real to some degree. But I do want to also talk about how, we got into it a little bit, just both the good as well as the bad of social media and how to navigate it in a healthy way so that it doesn't consume your life. Because I think we're living in a time in which it is consuming us. Especially as soon as you wake up in the morning. You don't even know if you are breathing properly, if your limbs are working, but you're like, where's my phone?
First thing in the
Where's my phone? And I feel like if you're not intentional about how you start your day, social media can literally run your entire day.
It does. I think getting older for me also meant being more mindful of what I say and what I do on social media. The digital footprint is not a joke.
Talk about it.
So everything that you post, even when you delete it, it has a way of finding itself to you. So the things you say today will have consequences 5 years from now. It might not seem like it has consequences today, but look at all the celebrities that
said the wildest things and it came back to bite them.
People will dig that stuff out to call you out eventually. So a digital footprint is very real. So even when you say and do things with this understanding of nobody's ever going to find out. Yeah, they will.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind. But 2, be mindful in the sense that it could be used for so many important things. The one thing we were talking about is if you have a small business, for example,
yes,
you have no excuses to not be on social media.
Yeah, you're calling me out because
I'm looking dead at you.
I know because, and I mentioned this before, I'm a private person. I don't spend a lot of time on social media, but I realized, especially since we started Awaze, I was like, oh, I got to actually be out here. I got to actually be posting. I got to put myself out there. And it's not bad. It's just something that you have to make an effort and as well as requires consistency, which is something I'm working on. But people have to understand that if you want your business to be successful, social media is a great tool to use. And to completely abandon that does affect your business in this day and age.
Yeah, I think if I'm like trying to go to a restaurant, if I want to buy something, the first place I'm going to check is going to be social media.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, let me see what I can find, a food recommendation place. Let me see what I can find to recommend a cool hat. Whatever it is, I think we've started to stray away from looking for businesses like on Google.
Yeah.
At this point, everybody just either goes to TikTok or Instagram to find something.
To find anything.
So you have no excuse to
Yeah.
not be representing your business and your company and what you do on there, because nobody looks at a portfolio anymore. Nobody asks for CVs anymore. People just look at your social media.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how they decide if they want to like pursue working with you or not. It's become your like a representation of you in like the internet verse.
That's true.
So if you are a small business, get on social media immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And there's 1,000,001 like things you can do to grow your business. You don't necessarily have to hire somebody to do ads for you. There's creative little videos that you can make for your business to help it grow, to get visibility, to get the reach.
That's true.
So that's the first one. If you are a small business or a business in general, have a social media account.
Yes.
Second, if you're just a regular Joe like us,
Mm-hmm.
this is what I always say, or at least something that I've adopted over the years. Yes, I like mindlessly scrolling, but I've created a For You page or like an algorithm that does 3 things for me. In between the mindless scrolling, I want something for my mind, something for my heart, and something for my body. That's the principle.
Mm-hmm.
Something for my mind, as in I have 1,000,001 interests. I like plants. I like music. So I intentionally go and follow pages that teach me something new.
Yes.
So now, we used to buy little plants from the store. We don't do that anymore. I've learned how to germinate seeds, how to make fertilizer at home. This is all off of social media. Like nobody else taught me.
Mhm.
I've learned how to do my hair on social media,
Yeah.
how to do skincare on social media. So I follow certain pages that teach me something new. The second one is one for the heart. I think social media can be kind of depressing, especially in my algorithm. I see a lot of just hurt and sadness and fear and like things like that.
Yeah.
So I try to break that up with, let's say, a soldier coming home. You know those videos that make you cry
Of course.
uncontrollably for
Mhm.
somebody else?
Which is, by the way, my favorite type of content.
I will be bawling like a baby for no reason.
Yeah.
So I will mix, it's called Hope Core on
Mhm.
TikTok. But they are the sweetest things. And it kind of makes you go, okay, maybe humanity isn't that bad.
Bro, every single time I'm like, another day that I'm crying for strangers. That's it.
It really, genuinely, it start like even the news, it starts to make you feel like
There's no hope.
God just like wipe it clean and start over again sometimes. So adding a little bit of
true.
wholesomeness, it changes your mood, your vibe. And the third one is one for the body. New movement, foods that I can try that are healthier, things like that. So that's kind of something that I've incorporated
The
into.
thing is, I'm glad you're mentioning that because I think the whole reason why you're saying these are the 3 things that I do is because you're being intentional about how you use social media. Because like I said, if you just open your phone and you begin your day by scrolling, you will get sucked into anything. And your algorithm is essentially just trying to learn you.
Yep.
So whatever you just linger on a little bit longer, it's like, oh, you like this, even if it's something completely negative.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you learn to help it create these, like, you know what I mean, pages that help, you know, them to know you,
Yeah.
then you can have a better experience on social media. But also, if your experience isn't so great on social media, if you need to take time away from social media, block or unfollow certain people,
Immediately.
please do. Because I think I mentioned in the last episode how I have a friend who's like, I was asking her, I was like, I don't see you on any social media platforms. And she was like, well, yeah, because I compare my life to the people that I'm watching, and it makes me feel really sad. So I'm like, okay, well, then you know that you have to be mindful of, if this person doesn't make me feel good, or if this page makes me feel crappy about myself,
You gotta go.
unfollow, block, or just take some time away, detox if you need to. So that's how I also view social media too.
Yeah, that's I'm glad you brought up an algorithm of basically how all these social medias work. Is they do look at what you linger on, what you interact with, what you send to other people. And something about human nature, we like to hate watch.
Why are we like
I
this?
don't know. We like to talk about and comment and engage with things we hate.
Because we can't scroll past it.
We
just have to comment.
Like, disagreeing is so strong that if you see something you disagree with, we just all have the urge to be like, no. And see, your algorithm doesn't care whether you love it or hate it. It just knows you interacted. So it's going to keep showing you more and more and more. That's what I mean by sometimes I get sucked into the side of TikTok that makes me think, what is humanity? What is the use even?
Yeah.
So I have to like very consciously step away from that.
I will say, I have seen you post less than you used to. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, a few things. One, everything I think shouldn't go on my permanent internet record.
Right.
Two, I talked about Facebook in our last episode as well. Not only is it mean, it's like, it's unproductive to the conversation. It adds nothing. It doesn't move the ball forward or back. It's just noise,
Right.
is what it feels like. And I'm like, I don't want to be part of noise.
I get it.
I'd rather just sit it all out.
I'm glad, though, that you've created those boundaries for yourself, even in social media. We talk about creating boundaries in real life, but do we implement that online too? So I think it's important that you are doing that for yourself.
Yeah, I create boundaries on social media now. If
It's
you can't
good.
bother me on my phone. It's
You're not going to stress me out on my phone, right?
It's my phone. You're not holding me hostage on my own phone. You gotta go.
It's not only, the average, citizen. Celebrities also sometimes are like, this is way too much for me.
It's insane.
And we'll have somebody else manage their accounts.
Yeah.
So mind you, it's everybody who can be affected by social media.
Yeah. Do you know what my favorite thing is on social media right now?
What is it?
Getting inboxes about But First Coffee. It's the cutest thing.
People are so sweet.
And it's like, we get to hear people's perspective on things, for one. Constantly get to hear how we represented somebody in some way.
Bro.
It just like, so I'm on social media a lot at the moment, even when I'm not posting, because I'm engaging with our audience.
Like, if people knew just how the inboxes, the comments, how they make us feel, like we've gotten a bit emotional about it, so it's good.
And they'll be like, we get it if you don't respond.
We're gonna respond.
So hit us up. Let's go for a quick break, and when we come back, we will wrap up this episode.
Sounds good.
So we can talk about other things besides social media.
Sounds good to me.
Because it's you I trust. I got your back. I got your back.
So we're back.
We are.
And we have a game or questions that we're going to ask each other.
Yes, these always help us sort of explore further.
To get to know each other a little bit better.
Goodness
Social media edition.
Yeah, that's mostly me, but
That is mostly you.
we'll see what
Because we're gonna
up to.
We're gonna struggle when it comes to finding out about me.
You'd be surprised places Hawi ends up, even though she doesn't do it intentionally.
All right, so let's go with the first
Fair
question.
enough. Okay, the first one is, what was your most viral moment?
I don't have a viral moment.
Yes, you do. One, there's this.
First of all, but first coffee. Pew, 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 pew.
This is our viral moment.
This is our viral moment.
But I remember Jabril and Passport Heavy.
When I was like, I made a cameo in
You
like
did.
10 seconds.
And everybody
10
was like,
seconds.
how is this you?
I had no idea I was in the video. And people were like, I saw you. And I was like, what are you talking about? Where did you see me? And they're like, I saw you in the Passport like heavy video. And I was like, send me the link.
Yeah,
Because I had no idea. Jabril didn't even let me know that he put me in the video. And then I saw it and I was like, look cute.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Passport Heavy is like a really big YouTube
No, he's doing
page.
his big one. Shout out to Jabril. He's doing his big one.
Hi. When you come back, you have to hit us up.
Absolutely. What is your viral moment? You have plenty, but the most viral moment.
I'm twitching. The most recent one, I can't even say. Let's just say I had an altercation with a TikTok, I want to say influencer. Okay, this is the scenario.
Okay.
Me with my humble, like 5,000 followers. Like I said, I only keep to the people I have something in common with. So I keep a relatively small circle on social media. This creator has like 700,000 followers.
Okay.
This creator accuses me of something that, for those who live in Ethiopia, could potentially be dangerous for your life. So social media is not always funny or fun.
So this person doesn't know you.
This person has never spoken to me a day in their life.
But decided to just...
Yeah, clout
pick on you.
Clout is a disease.
Okay.
And so for them to like, it was, I suppose it was meant to like make me panic or freak out. But I just took a screenshot of it and posted it.
And that became your viral moment?
Yes, that was a lot of people. To the point where I stopped checking my phone for a couple of days. But that was the most recent one. Another one was when I shared, because we did Pele with Rofnan's music video. Actress Nick. But yeah, I didn't really talk about that on my social media either, but I posted a little snippet, and that was another viral moment for me.
These are very recent, mind you.
Yeah, these are and then
the Vogue runway.
I was gonna say, wow, I have had a lot of viral moments. Okay.
The Vogue runway, yes.
I walked a runway and I ended up on Vogue magazine.
Yes.
Vogue Italia and Vogue USA.
See? You have several viral moments.
I see that now. I didn't put that into context until just now.
All right, second question.
Biggest social media mishap. Maybe you sent a screenshot to the wrong person.
No.
You posted the wrong picture.
No.
You DM'd the wrong person.
No.
How?
No, we're not talking about this.
Oh. So it's not no, I haven't. It's no, I'm not telling.
No, I'm not telling.
Yes, you are. You can be vague, but tell.
No, there's
She's
no way to be
glitching.
vague about this. I'm like glitching with my...
So did you send like a screenshot to the wrong person?
No. No.
Jesus, what happened? Now I have to...
I sent... You know when you send things to people and you're like, why did I send this to?
Yeah, I should have just shut up.
Just shut up.
Ah.
Shut up. So something that I wish I didn't send.
I see.
I think I can put it that way.
Okay.
What about you?
Now a lot of social medias have a delete for both of you button, which I appreciate.
I wish that happened at that time,
No,
but
I'm
that
sorry.
did not exist.
I mean,
What about you, baby?
social media mishap. I don't think I've ever. Maybe I butt dialed somebody at some point, but that's about it. I don't think I've ever.
Oh, you're
had.
keeping it cute.
Am I?
Very.
I can't
You're
remember.
keeping it very cute.
I can't remember anything that happened that made me panic. I would have just deleted my whole account and run away had something like that happened. Okay. Most interesting influencer encounter.
I think I have several.
Okay.
So, like we mentioned, Jabril from Passport Heavy. Andre Royo.
So not just influencers, but celebrities. Yeah.
He was fantastic. So, him. I don't know. I feel like I'm blanking a lot.
Oh, yeah?
Even like I said, Priyanka Chopra too. So that was great.
You did go to meet her. Why didn't I come to that event?
You had your show.
Okay.
And I was supposed to interview her, but I guess she ended up falling sick. She had food poisoning.
She had food poisoning.
So she immediately ended up having to leave. But, really great encounters, nevertheless.
I see.
Those are some that I can think of at the top of my head. Oh, Marcus Samuelson.
Marcus. Oh, we love Marcus.
We loved him.
And Marcus follows the page. So hi, Marcus.
He's wonderful too.
Repost us.
What about you?
As far as influencer encounters go, I think like a week ago, I met Shorobe in person for the first time. She had the cutest puppy. She's one of my favorite, Ethiopian influencers. We've met most Ethiopian influencers, haven't we?
I think
we met
have.
them all in the same room at the same time, though.
Wait, when? Oh, yeah.
So
yes.
me and Hawi ended up at an event a couple of years ago.
Mm.
And I just feel like we should have never been invited. That's
Bro.
the first time in my life I walked into a room and thought, I'm not supposed to be here.
Have you guys ever went somewhere and immediately you're like, oh, I'm in the Twilight Zone?
I'm not welcome here.
Because what am I doing here?
I think
And I want to go home now.
that was again, I'm like, I say I'm an introvert, but really if I am in a setting, I'm able to adapt to that setting just fine. It doesn't matter where I go. I'm not saying you are.
I think for me it depends. I think I can adapt, and I think sometimes I don't want to.
Yeah. And that was the first time we got invited to like an influencer event where it was just influencers in a room. And that's enough to tell me that I never want to be. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that was, let's just say it was an interesting time in history for us.
We talked about that for like 3 days afterwards. Like, did that really happen?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
I feel like I hallucinated.
I don't want it to happen again.
Yeah. So I've met influencers as individuals and talked to them and liked them as people.
Yes.
I'm so sad to say this, but just all bunched up together is not.
It creates a weird environment.
If you're not also in that mindset, it's just not a comfortable place
I think
to be.
what I mean when I say it creates a weird environment, it creates an environment that's not authentic. It doesn't feel as
It
if...
has to be Instagrammable. It has to be.
Yes.
So there's no genuine interactions.
Exactly.
Yeah. That was very awkward.
Let me ask you, what is your last post?
I did the women in men fields trend that's happening right now. It's hilarious.
Which is what
So
exactly?
that's just basically you take something that normally when a man does nobody bats an eye at, and then you as a woman. Okay, so this was, I feel like I said something like, when I sit at his table uninvited, just yap his ear off, ruin his day, and then tell him he'd look prettier if he smiled more. And then a hashtag women in men fields. I understand it pisses a lot of people off, but I find it absolutely hilarious.
We should definitely do a part 2 of like more questions, because this gives people a chance to get to know us.
My social media would offend a lot of people. It's the best.
I think people would genuinely be entertained.
I'm very direct on my social media.
Well, I guess that's the end of this episode.
Yes. So what are our takeaways for today?
Social media, be kind to yourself, because it can be a place that unintentionally you might not be kind to yourself. Social media is something that you can also use as a tool. It doesn't have to be all negative. Be intentional about how you use social media from the moment that you wake up. Be mindful of how you navigate even your For You page so that it can be curated towards positive interactions that essentially make social media a peaceful, joyful place for you to be.
Same with me. Definitely be mindful. Include some content in there that's not just bleh. Like if you scroll long enough, things just merge together and you feel like you didn't really watch anything. So be mindful of the people you follow. Comparison is a thief of joy. Stop looking at them people on there and thinking, oh, I wish my life was like them. Even their life is not like that. So you need to relax. Small businesses, utilize social media. For the love of God, learn how to promote yourself on there. And you can get jobs too. My last job came off of just posting on social media.
Yeah.
And most importantly, whatever the thing is, just post it.
It's not as cringy. Like, you know what? If it's cringy,
it's fine.
It's fine.
There's plenty
just be
of
yourself
on there. That's popular. Yeah.
Do you on social media.
Absolutely.
It's our people in the bag, guys.
People need to cough. It's just human bodily functions.
But we hope that people can interact in the comment section too.
We hope you guys tell us your viral moments. Let us know mishaps that you've had, maybe.
The good, the bad, the
influencers
ugly.
that you met and liked, influencers that you met and went, oh no.
The last thing you posted.
Yeah, we want to know. So
all
make
of
sure
it.
to put it in the comments. And of course, we never say this, but like, subscribe. Like, I feel like that's implied.
I hope that you guys know that.
Yeah.
In case you don't.
Yes. But thank you guys so much for rocking with us. We'll be back with another episode, hopefully soon.
Nope. Soon.
I was like, soon.
And as usual,
Stay hydrated, make good decisions.
mind your,
Yep.
mind your business.
Sorry, we haven't done this in a while.
We're doing it again.
Okay. I'm being
We're
scolded.
gonna do it again. Girl,
Okay.
it's been too long.
As usual,
Stay hydrated, make good decisions.
mind your business. Bye. I forgot.
I know it's been a long day, a long week.
That's why you have this ghetto ass.
Alam bere nai nai. Alam bere nai nai.
Let's do it again.
Sure. And action.